Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come.
Lawsuits, app hacks, and fake inspectors. Here are 10 times people tried to scam KFC. $20 million for a half-filled bucket of chicken.
Oh my God!
Finger licking good. This has always been KFC's mantra, and no one will dispute the fact that their fried chicken is delicious. For some, once you bite into a crispy, juicy piece of the Colonel's secret recipe, you'll likely find yourself wanting more. That's fair, and it's also fair to say that when you walk into your local KFC for some of that delicious chicken, you expect to get what you pay for. Likewise, if you happen to catch an advertisement online or on TV boasting about a product, you expect that product to be as advertised after purchase. That's also fair. Well, that's exactly what happened to a New York woman in 2016 when she got home and, upon opening her bucket of chicken, was underwhelmed. 64-year-old Anna Wurzberger filed a $20 million lawsuit against the fried chicken giant for false advertisement. Her claim was that her bucket of chicken was not overflowing as per the advertisement. The woman claimed to have made multiple purchases after seeing the advertisement on TV for their fill-up bucket. The civil suit was dismissed after KFC made the counterclaim that Ms. Wurzberger failed to show sufficient facts to prove her claim. This isn't the first time a fast food giant has had to battle a case such as this, with Burger King experiencing a similar suit. Seems that no fast food mega franchise is safe. Chinese students' KFC app hack scam.
This is virtual terrorism. What?
They say there's no such thing in this world as a free lunch. We've all heard that one, right? Keep that adage in mind as we move forward. KFC has been expanding their finger-licking reach all over the globe for over 50 years. To date, the company has thousands of restaurants serving up piping hot southern fried goodness to hungry patrons. An international hit, to be sure. This is no more evident than in China, which is home to the most KFC franchises in the world, with practically double the number of locations than in the US. So, what's better than a freshly fried bucket of KFC? How about a free bucket of their tasty chicken? This was seemingly on the minds of a few crafty Chinese students back in May of 2021. The students, likely while hungry and short of cash, managed to discover a way to take advantage of the KFC ordering app, which resulted in the students getting free chicken and then reselling that chicken, resulting in $31,000 in losses for the fried chicken giant. It didn't take too long for authorities to catch the students, who were charged and sentenced for their little scam. Risking jail time for some free chicken might indicate just how irresistibly delicious KFC actually is. However, the lure of making some quick cash ultimately proved much more enticing for those students. Surely KFC's IT department has tightened things up after that little debacle and are on alert, as there is no shortage of tech-savvy students out there. South African free chicken for a year scam. South Africa is known for many things: beautiful, sprawling natural landscapes, cultural diversity, tourist destinations, and of course, KFC. For almost 50 years, South Africa has been home to KFC, with close to 1,000 restaurants across the country. It seems one thing is for certain: South Africa has wholeheartedly welcomed the Colonel and all 11 of his delicious herbs and spices. Perhaps due to the fact that the chicken is so delicious, a South African customer took it upon himself to con the chicken giant out of free chicken for a year. In 2019, a university student decided to pose as a quality assurance inspector straight from the KFC head office. But according to KFC's Director of Public Affairs, this story is completely fabricated. The director released a statement regarding this supposed incident, going on to say that not only was the incident fake, but if a person were to pose as an official from KFC's head office, that person would easily be identified as an imposter. While this so-called South African impersonator appears to be a fabrication, the story is still believed to be true by many on social media. In fact, this hasn't stopped people on social media from declaring this person to be a hero. Perhaps due to our love of anti-heroes is why the story continues to circulate. And what is it with students and the allure of scamming their local KFC? KFC was sued for having a fattening menu.
How you doing?
If there's one thing that the general public should know for certain, it's that while fast food may be delicious, it isn't the best choice for a healthy lifestyle, if eaten on a regular basis, that is. The use of ingredients and additives for flavor purposes can have the unfortunate side effect of being less on the nutrient side, to say the least. If overindulging on the tasty treats served up at fast food chains too often, one could find themselves gaining a few extra pounds.
Oh my god, I'm a fat guy!
So, upon entering the fast food restaurant of your choosing, that fact should not come as too much of a surprise, right? Well, not so much in 2006 when a nutrition advocacy group attempted to sue the chicken franchise for its excessive use of trans and hydrogenated fats. The group has long been an opponent of fast food restaurants and pushed for courts to ban KFC from using those fats, which are associated with heart disease. Not willing to take this lying down, KFC released a statement to counter the claims of the nutrition advocacy group, stating that the suit was without merit. The statement would continue, adding that their restaurants not only provide diners with the nutritional information of their menu items on their website, but the fried chicken mega chain has been actively searching for a healthier alternative to the trans fat currently used to fry the chicken. But this lawsuit is not without precedent, as the biggest burger fast food chain of them all, McDonald's, also faced a similar suit in the past. Man tries to sue KFC for making him obese.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
Here's a fact. Fast food is scrumptious, but too much of it on a regular basis can cause weight gain. This is a fact that most people who choose to dine at fast food restaurants are well aware of. Well, maybe not everyone. When you mix fast food, overeating, and perhaps an opportunistic or even a naive personality, you sometimes find a lawsuit just waiting to happen. After all, both tasty food and money can be pretty enticing. So it should come as no surprise that a 56-year-old New York man decided to sue KFC, claiming that their fried chicken was the cause of the man's obesity. The man, who had a history of heart attacks, diabetes, and generally poor health, claimed his poor health was a direct result of the menu of not only KFC, but other fast food restaurants. He would go on to file suits against McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King, with his lawyers urging that the mega fast food corporations take responsibility for their ads, which failed to make the caloric content of their food clear. Much as they did before, KFC, along with other fast food franchises, stated that they do, in fact, provide their customers with nutritional information on their respective websites. KFC allegedly serves up raw chicken.
Eddie, Jesus!
This is dead.
There are few things better than opening up a bucket of the Colonel's original recipe, teaming with the world-famous 11 herbs and spices, and crunching into that juicy, steaming hot chicken. Of course, as a rule, the chicken has to be fully cooked for the experience to be enjoyable. Of course, there are many foods out there that are preferred either undercooked or flat-out raw, as is the case with a good steak and sushi, but with chicken, on the other hand, not so much. This was allegedly the case of a KFC customer down under. An Australian woman claimed to have purchased chicken from a KFC in South Wales, only to find out that she had bitten into chicken that was completely raw. Quickly heading over to social media to post the unfortunate news, the woman shared photos of the supposed raw chicken on Facebook. The former customer then posted the photos on KFC's official Facebook page, with some comments claiming that she had called the chicken franchise immediately after discovering her chicken was raw. The outcry from people on social media upon viewing the pictures was quite vocal, with many people leaving comments stating their disgust with what they were seeing and anger towards the fried chicken giant. This prompted an Australian representative of KFC to release a statement of apology. The authenticity of the post was never verified, but this didn't stop KFC from proceeding with their statement, which is never a bad thing. KFC's Mutant Chicken Scandal.
What the hell are you?
Cultivating crops and raising livestock has been with us since the beginning of human civilization. Shortly after we developed farming, we realized one important thing: farming is hard. So when science became widespread throughout the world, farmers began using new information to make their job easier while also being able to offer a superior product. In the modern world, people have become used to terms such as GMOs and hormones, among other things, while describing farming and livestock practices. It's become normal at this point. However, there are other rumored practices within food production, such as mutated livestock, which was the case for a KFC restaurant in China. In 2016, 3 Chinese tech companies were fined for damaging the reputation of KFC for falsely claiming the fried chicken giant was using mutant chickens on various social media sites. Unfortunately for those tech companies, they were forced to pay out the equivalent of over $91,000 to KFC. This is nothing compared to what the franchise was originally seeking, which is around $245,000 from all 3 corporations for the slanderous claims. Rumors about KFC and mutated chickens that predate the tech company's false claim may have led to this situation, but there's no evidence pointing to that. While this may not be the first false claim against the Colonel and his tasty chicken, it certainly was the first joint corporate attempt at a takedown. KFC Rat Scandal.
Stop that health inspector!
Stories of fast food being contaminated with some sort of foreign object are as old as the restaurant chains themselves. In fact, it's safe to assume that many people have heard the tale of the finger in the burger, the syringe in the fries, or some other wild variation of the story. Of course, there are those few cases where a customer's complaint about an undesirable object being in their food turns out to be real, and this is likely the origin of those tales we've all heard before. Perhaps this was on the mind of a gentleman in sunny California upon entering his local KFC and purchasing some of the Colonel's crispy secret recipe chicken. The California man claimed that after ordering a 3-piece meal and taking it back to his home, he was shocked to find that it wasn't chicken he was about to eat. It was a crispy fried rat. Immediately heading over to social media to spread the news, the man posted images of the supposed fried rat on Facebook before warning potential KFC customers of what may be waiting in their next bucket of crispy fried chicken. The man would continue by urging people to not eat at the restaurant or any other fast food chain, and that he had spoken to the manager, who apologized for the unfortunate incident. The California KFC stated that it had launched an investigation into the matter and had found no evidence that the person's claim was real. The fried chicken giant would add that they failed to contact the man after multiple attempts. Many people in the online community have expressed their disbelief with the California man's claims, stating that the supposed rat in the image could have easily been manipulated or doctored, pointing to several anatomical irregularities with the rat as well. It seems this story may be another one to add to the list of fictional fast food restaurant horror stories. Asked to leave a KFC due to facial scars scam.
Take him away! Oh no, don't do that!
The only time an individual should be refused entry to any restaurant is if a person is causing a disturbance, threatening violence, or refuses to follow the old rule of no shirt, no shoes, no service. However, a person being asked to leave due to their appearance is unacceptable, no matter what the case may be. This is precisely what allegedly happened to a 3-year-old girl in a Mississippi KFC. The little girl, who suffered excessive facial scars after being attacked by a pit bull, was asked to leave the restaurant due to her facial scars reportedly distressing the customers. The 3-year-old's family managed to collect $135,000 for the pain and suffering their daughter experienced as a result of being told to leave because of her appearance. However, this story turns out to be a hoax, as surveillance footage shows no evidence of the incident ever happening. A $135,000 hoax is surely one for the record books. KFC China's expired meat scandal.
Raw, it's not cooked.
This one isn't so much a scam on the restaurant as it is on the customers. Sitting down and enjoying your freshly purchased bucket of chicken should never be followed by a sense of worry. Unfortunately, in the case of KFC in China, that may have been the order of the day following a report of the restaurant serving up expired chicken to unsuspecting customers. In 2014, a reporter discovered KFC employees changing the expiration labels on expired products and replacing them with up-to-date labels. The scandal ran deeper than simply KFC, with select McDonald's restaurants partaking in the same practice. With China having the most KFC restaurants in the world, this was a large blow to parent company Yum Brands. Food contamination of any kind is not only dangerous, it's scary, and it's likely a stigma that will stick with the KFC name over in China for some time.